why does most people who move abroad feel that it is really hard to deal with loneliness and also stress out. So you get stressed out even though you don't have people around you so much. So welcome. My name is Estee. I am a Singaporean here in Sweden. And today my vlog is about how do we overcome loneliness and how to work with our healing process. If you guys have watched my previous video which I spoke about how I end up in Sweden, how I pick up myself to start a new life here, which is really hard, but I'm still thriving. So today my purpose is to catch up with you guys. This is a live streaming that take place every Sunday on the last month of every Sunday. So if you enjoy this kind of conversation, uh, make sure you subscribe and also do check out my live streaming. The last one was a disaster, but it's still watchable. I think I cut the live streaming shorter. So without going around the bush, I'm going to go straight to the topic that I'm going to be discussing. Hi, Tommy. Hello, how are you? I remember you are from Sweden, right? North of Sweden too. So what I plan to do in this live streaming is that I'm going to keep you guys update on my winter arc, how it is going. And also I will give you guys a few tips like steps, how I overcome and how I heal myself. Oh, you are from Finland. Hello. Welcome again, Tommy. So nice to have you here. So I will put like after the tips and the steps, I will open for Q&A. And then I will give a poll, like, what kind of things I will be doing, whether or not you like my plan. So I will put out a poll, and if you like to vote, please do that. And also, I would like to tell you a little story about Christmas. So this is the first day, first event in Sweden, or maybe the whole world, right? Finland. Tommy, how do you celebrate Christmas in Finland for today, the first of Advent? Maybe it's different. And also, I would like to end the session, the live streaming, with a little bit of ritual, so that we could, learn something, how to just tune in and relax. I hope you're excited about this program that I put up for you. And let's start off with the updates on the winter arc lock-in updates. So basically what I wanted to say is that this winter, if you have missed my previous live streaming about winter arc, actually I put up 5 goals that I want to reach before 2026. And I want to give you guys update how it has been growing on my goal, on my health, on doom scrolling. I'm going to explain a little bit because I received some of you asking me, what is doom scrolling? They thought that it's at the end of the world, So I'm going to explain a little bit. And also a bit about, other goals. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. First of all, I would say for health purposes, I would like to know, a lot of people have been asking me, ASD, can you do more video about healthy recipe? Which is what I think initially what my channel was all about. And if you are wondering what this is, I'm not smoking. Right? I have a smoker here. Let me show you. This is the one. because the air here in winter is really, really dry. So I have to, I have to, this, this, this YouTube is driving me nuts. Yeah, one question. Yeah, let me know. Actually, not really at all. You know, I don't know about YouTube nowadays. When I do horizontal, you ask me to do vertical. Now, when I do vertical, you want me to do horizontal. This is driving me nuts. By the way, Tommy, can you hear me loud and clear before I answer your questions? Uh, yeah, back to my winter art. I think for food wise, I think for 2026, I will be doing more healthy recipe. Like I told you guys, I am planning to, how do I say, do more, eat less meat and eat more vegetables and maybe try on beans. So if you have any question, let me know, all right? Like if you prefer certain kind of recipes, and maybe it's also good for me to know how I can do a bit of research on that. You hear me well, huh? Before 24th day. What do you mean before 24th day? So I think, there's one thing that I really want to try is like try more on the bean, because I really feel like bean is a really good it's a really good, it has a lot of nutrition in beans. And people always say you eat a lot of bean, you go to the toilet. Yeah, I know, but it is good that you go to the toilet more often. About Christmas celebration on the 24th. Yes, we do celebrate on the 24th. Julafton in Sweden, we call that. So in fact, I have baked something. If you can see, this is the cookie that I make. I'm going to put up the link. This is called pineapple cookie. I have a video on that. And the reason why I making this pineapple cookie, it is because this is how it looks like. All right, this is how it looks like. Yeah. And this is really, really annoying because YouTube, they keep asking me to do the horizontal, but I can only read you guys on the vertical. That is why I am so annoyed by this. Okay, anyway, I want to know, all right, is this horizontal or is this vertical when you're watching me? This is not made of wheat. This is not bun. This is just cookie that doesn't has any sugar in it. It is actually salty on the outside. And then inside, let me just open up and let you see. It's actually made of pineapple inside. So this is kind of it's sweet. It's actually made of pineapple jam that I buy fresh pineapple, and then I cook them until all the juice all dried up, and then I just add a little bit of sugar. So this is a very authentic recipe, or we call it the Chinese New Year recipe, where my mom used to make when I was a kid. So this is something that I was really craving for. I know it's not very healthy, but come on, it's Christmas, so it's time to just forget about the diet for a while. Enjoy. I think as long as you're keeping the sugar away, I think that should be fine. All right. Basically, it's salty outside. The cookie is salty, and then it's a little bit sweet inside and a bit sour. It looks good, huh? So I hope you can try this recipe, and I'm gonna put the link inside this video description so you can check it out. And I want to show you, because it's Christmas, I am planning to do more savory product. Try it. A Q&A sticker. Okay, try it. Add a Q&A sticker. Looking good, no? I have Cadillac and gluten-free. Oh, yes, you are. Okay. I'm gluten-free. I'm gluten intolerant too. Uh, that's why I am trying to find more recipe. This unfortunately is not gluten-free. So I try to keep to 2 maximum per day. You know, when I have my tea in the afternoon, then I'll just take 1 or the most 2, all right? And then there's another one that I really, really enjoy is this one. Don't know whether you can see. Can you see? This is actually is a shredded cheese. It's shredded cheese. So I have found this recipe on YouTube. It's called the shredded cheese biscuit. So this is kind of really delicious if you're going to eat them just as it is. Because for me, when I go to fika, I don't like to eat the sweet stuff. Every time when I eat a lot of sweet stuff, you know, I think my stomach is rejecting all the toxic. So when I eat salty thing, I would feel much better. And I'm gonna try and put up this recipe too. This is actually very simple. It's made of flour, uh, yogurt, and then some onion powder, some grated shredded cheese. I put both inside the flour and on top of it. And then I have lots of onions and salt and pepper. And then I just mix them. And then I make them into like a small mountain, like, you know, about, no, maybe 4 centimeter thick. And then I just cut them with a knife. And then it becomes like a big batch. So when I have guests that comes here for Christmas, I will eat this, and then my guests will have the pineapple tarts. I think that's not a smart way, but you know, I have to do that way, because otherwise I will feel very painful on my stomach. The picture is correct, upright. Okay, thank you, Tommy. So Tommy, tell me, what is your favorite Christmas food, and what is healthy for you? All right, according to you, if you talk about health food, any healthy Christmas food that you can think about, let me know. All right. And I'm quite proud of myself last week, because when we went out to Biltema, I don't know you have Biltema in Finland. Usually when we go out shopping, if we are hungry, we will go to the hamburger store. And last week I told LG, I said, no, don't go to Max. Let me drink. I'm having not a flu, but something is in my water. And then instead of going to the hamburger, this is getting out of control. Instead of going to the hamburger store, I tell LG, I say, don't go to the burger store. We try and eat some roast beef instead. So instead of eating burger, we have a cheaper also, you know, to eat the healthy food. Just roast beef and some cold potato. It was really, really nice. And the one thing good about eating healthy is like we in Swedish we call man mår bra. It means that you will feel good. So carrot casserole, for example, that is very interesting. I like carrot. Carrot, do you know carrot is the best vegetables, and it's very healthy too. So eat more of that. Um, so I think when you eat something that you know for sure it is good for yourself, good for your body, good for your soul, you will feel like, okay, that is not so hard. I can do this, you know. Tell yourself, do it again and again and again. Then it becomes like a habit. Once it becomes a habit, then you will feel like automatically you can easily survive without meat. Can you survive without meat, Tommy? Okay, because of reflux struggling. That is really good. But, Tommy, I drink green tea nowadays instead of coffee. I told LG, I said, once in a while I can drink, but maybe half a cup. But other than that, I prefer to drink tea. So now I'm switching from coffee to tea. And by the way, do you know how much is coffee nowadays? The price is crazy. And I don't understand how, the price can go up so high. Let me know the status of your coffee price in Finland. I think this is ridiculous. I've never bought a coffee that costs like double the price. And also today I bought, or rather LG bought 2 big salmon. That is something that we don't usually buy because salmon is so expensive, right? But today at ICA, they are selling at 99 krona for 1 kilo. So we bought 2 of that. And then when we came back, we have guests today. And then I told LG, just fillet it. And then I'll freeze it. Then I'll make some gravat lux too. So coffee is, that's good to, if you can quick. But I think it's also good if you have a little bit of heart problem. Coffee is actually quite healthy too, but you cannot over excess drinking it. I think in Sweden, I do not know about Finland, but I think in Sweden most people are addicted to coffee, which is not good. When I drink more than 2 cups, I always go to the toilet and have diarrhea. So this is not good. And also I felt like, let me just see about my goal for doom scrolling. Doom scrolling, I have somebody asked me the other day, doom, is it something bad, like you're watching, dirty movie or what? No, I say it's not. Doom scrolling is like you are watching TikTok, you're doing this, right? This and this and this, and you're just strolling around. You're having no goal, you're just spending your time, wasting your time. I call that wasting time. And I think I did share my experience before with you guys that, I used to do that all day, for hours I can do that. But nowadays, I can tell you, I can very, very comfortably tell you, I keep not even more than 15 minutes per day on Facebook. So I'm really happy about that. Depends on the quality. That's expensive, Tommy. It's like Singapore. It's like Sweden. The price almost the same. So I can say that I'm doing very well in doom scrolling. I don't scroll TikTok. I don't scroll, even not on YouTube. Even if I want to do some research, I chat on JPG, and then I just find my answer, and then I get out from there, and then I do my journaling. So I think that is not impossible. One tips: put your telephone in those drawers. Like me, my TV is there, my study room is here. I put it here, And then because I don't come to the study room very often, so my telephone, of course I have the volume on, and then I just put it here and then I go to the other room and watch television. So one thing that's good. And when I sleep, I don't have my telephone in the same bedroom. I have it in another room or in the drawer, and then mostly I just switch off the telephone to completely, and then in the morning, that not only helps to extend your battery life, and it's also, you don't get all this signal from the Wi-Fi. It's not very good. If you want to have a good sleep, you shouldn't have your telephone or your TV, even though it's not on, because TV has magnetic field, right? It will affect your sleep. So yes, short video scrolling is not good habit for brand here. Too much information. Yeah, and that is exactly what I was thinking about that, Tommy. Because, LG, my partner, he's been scrolling the whole day, except when we have guests. He wasn't doing that. But I see that his finger is like flattened a little bit. He's doing that all day. And because you're doing this, you're reacting your mind, because your mind is very fast, right? So you're going on and on and on. So you're using your brain all the time. This is extremely, extremely dangerous. Why I say that? Because I think I did share one experience with you guys that I think during the summer, I did that on one day. And after that, I just black out. I just black out because I felt like I got too much information. My mind was going like 160 kilometers per hour. And I get all this noise, this interruption. It was not good. So you have to cut down your noise in your life, because you will not be good if you continue with that. I try to stop him, but he's an old stubborn man, so I can't do anything, because he should be old enough to know and to feel that. Because if he keep doing that, sooner or later he will be demand faster than me. For sure. Right, Tommy, you agree? You agree with me? And also, I felt like I want to ask you guys a question. Have you been doing doom scrolling, avoiding that? Hands up. Give me a hands up, all right? Give me a high five at least on the comment, so I know how many of you guys are doing doom scrolling, because you are getting there. You are getting there, and I think this is really, really good. I hope this is not so bright. And also, instead of doom scrolling, me and LG, we go for walks. I think you guys realize that we've been walking, but I don't know why. In November, usually we have at least a half meter of snow. This year, we have no snow at all. And those in the south of Sweden have more snow than us. And I don't know why. Something is wrong in this world. So, and then the floor become very icy. So like yesterday, which was Saturday, I refused to go out because it was really, really icy. And when you're icy, there is a big risk for me to fall down, because I'm not born in Sweden, and this is not natural for me to just take the skiing, to just go out, on the ice. No, I can't do that. I'm too old for that. I don't do that very much, but I have different addictive habit like gaming and not good for playing game. You make me laugh, Tommy. You're so cute. Example, Facebook, I just go group page and read people updates or message only, not scrolling feed, trying to avoid that. Yeah, I think that is what happened to LG. When he read on Facebook, he go and read on, if he put up like a comment or he put up a post, and then she always curious, about, oh, did anybody, how many people read my Facebook? I stop with that. Even if I put my food, I just put a post yesterday. I took some pictures on the things that I bake. I just want to keep my friend update why I'm not on the line, because I'm busy baking. Don't kind of disturb me. So I just put it up. I don't even bother if anybody see it, or I don't even bother to see if any comment. Sometimes my comment can come back like 2-3 days later for Facebook, but for YouTube I always get back immediately, because YouTube, they expect us to do that. It gives certain content what you like, exactly, because they are like Google's. Facebook is like Google. They know what you are watching, and then they will give you the feed that you are interested in. That's how they make money, to sell more advertisement. So I think, really, seriously, this is a big problem, and I hope people get this. And I think in Sweden nowadays, because they are realizing people are having a lot of mental health issue, that is because they've been scrolling too much. They have nothing but just, a brain full of noise that they don't need to be in there, and they just feed this noise inside their brain. So that's why I think Sweden, or rather around the world, this is a very serious issue for people who scroll. And I think YouTube, they finally know that, why I think YouTube will be in a very important position, because YouTube is all about education. TikTok is just nonsense, yeah? Wasting your time, wasting your life. YouTube, they understand. And I think YouTube will probably grow faster, because nowadays people already know, okay, TikTok is just to waste time, right? YouTube is where you learn, right? So I think they get it now. And I think that is really, really good, because there's a phrase that says, let me just see if I can get that phrase for you. I wanted to show you that phrase. Oh, yeah. Okay. The world, all right, listen carefully. The world is not a playground, yeah? Or rather, it is a school room, a classroom. Life is not a holiday, but education. So I think I realize more and more people are coming into my channel nowadays, because I think first of all, they start to see that I give some value about sharing my life and my experience, real, truly. And with all this experience become very valuable for them, because you can never find this experience in school. This is real life. I'm real, right? So you guys get all this experience from me, and you feel like this is adding value to your life, I hope. If not, let me know, all right? So that I can share others' perspective to make you understand life better, I hope. So I think this is a really, really important. Let me just go on, because I think we have a lot of things to catch up on. Really, about, there is a phrase called Building a home inside yourself. What does that mean? Tommy, do you know what's the meaning? Building a home inside yourself. And how do you do that? Remember the noise that I told you guys that we are building this noise inside our home. This is our home. So you need to be how do I call that? You need to stable. You need to feel like you are less clutter here. Sometimes I speak Swedish. Let me know if you don't understand. All right, because sometimes I don't really know if I'm speaking English or I'm speaking English. All right, so let me know. And also, this means that you have to get rid of whatever rubbish that you have inside your brain, and you need to replenish it with something else that makes you feel good, right? With all the scrolling, giving your brain so cluttered, and you need to get rid of it, like the Swedish death cleaning. Remember? So to declutter it, you need to go out. You need to get out of your couch, get out of your sofa or your bed, move your ass out to the nature. Whether or not it is 10 minutes, whether or not it is 2 hours, as long as you are going out, you are going to the nature. Because when you are in the nature, you will find that immediate, reaction for whatever that's in front of you. You need that energy. That energy will absorb you like a sponge and replenish or renew you with this just relaxing thoughts and, clear your mind. That's why, I try to go out very often, even though now winter. And to be honest with you, for the past 27 years, every winter I'm stuck at home. That's why, why I am depressed. It is because of I didn't put in the effort to go out because I was afraid of falling. I ever sleep and I fall and I hurt myself really badly. And I tell myself, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to defeat this. I'm going to conquer it. And by conquering it is going against it and doing things that you are most fearful about. And going out, honestly, I'm still struggling, but I try to go out every day. Even though I was like, you can see me, I'm like an old lady, As you was saying, I'm going out with you, and you are 11 years younger than me. And I feel I'm going out with an 80 years old woman. So that is how bad I am, You saw that I walk with sticks, right? Because I think my neighbor who is a pensioner, she probably will be thinking, oh my God, she's so young and how come she walk like that, So, but I don't care how people look at me or what they think. I think most importantly is that I still go out, even though I was really scared. I make it a point to just make this happen, and every day it just get better and better and better. And today I didn't even go out with a stick. I go out with another shoe, which is much more better. And I felt like, hey, maybe I can remove those nails, and just walk without it. You see, that is a big improvement for me, from somebody who is like freaking out when they see the snow. Then today, even though it was really icy, there's no snow, all pitch black, and it's really slippery, I still go out. Best moment is picking berries. Oh, Tommy, is there a cranberry in Finland? Because I don't think so. We have that here in Sweden. I heard there is in Finland. Am I right? All right, so mm, mm, mm. And I think nowadays young people, they feel, I think that a lot of Instagram people who have Instagram, they work for Instagram. Young people, especially those people who took the aesthetic picture, and then you don't see any aesthetic picture from me because I don't work for Instagram. I don't work for Facebook. I only work for YouTube, and I don't have this aesthetic picture in my portfolio or in my feed because you know I don't work for them. And I see a lot of young people, they are putting their lives so perfectly. Wow, I have to take this angle. Oh, I have to take like 50 pieces, and then I'll choose just one. My God, you are wasting your time. And that is so unnecessary. You better use that time to take care and love yourself more. Because I don't care about followers. I don't care about, how many subscribers. I don't care about how many people look at my video. I mean, I just felt like this. After being video in YouTube for 11 years, I tell myself, yeah, my channel is not big. I may be, some crazy Asian auntie talking about her life experience. And if you don't see that is a value to this, I think there's something that you are missing out. Because I'm trying to give my best to you, and I hope you feel that. All right. What about berries? You missed that. Oh, what I meant is that what kind of berries do you have? I know you have blueberries, you have lingon berries, cloudberries. Do you have trench berry? We call that tranber. Uh, I don't know how you call that in Swedish or Finnish. In Christmas in America, they like to eat a trench berry. Somebody help me out. I don't know what is it called. It's very round, like a ball, and it's quite big, bigger than blueberry. And it's look like a cherry, but it's not. I find that word and then I put it back to you. All right. I think that I noticed about me lately. You know, I I can't be around with lots of people. When I have a lot of people around me, I freak out. Nobody know that, but inside, I'm freaking out. Um, I realized that recently. I think 2 weeks ago, I was in the sauna with a bunch of ladies. There were three of them, and they talked very loud, and the sauna was very hot. I was at that stage of like suffocation. I didn't black out, but I was like, feeling the stress level, the noise. I couldn't handle that. I took my towel and I walked out of the sauna immediately, and I didn't come back. And I asked myself, why did I do that? I should have at least say, okay, I'm so sorry, I have to go. But I don't even have the courage to tell people that, you know. And maybe I just felt like it was not necessary because I was afraid that I might, you know, talk with the wrong tone, and maybe people might misunderstood me. But this week, I started to like talk to people more, and I felt like, more comfortable. And I also am quite selective when I talk to people. I don't just talk to anyone. I will feel the vibration, right? If you can click or not click. But usually the people that I spoke to, those are the people that I met a few times. I feel comfortable, then I'll start to talk to them. So I think I've made some good improvement there, and I hope I could improve on that. And I also felt like, my last video, I didn't tell my daughters and my partner about it. I showed them the video before you guys, and I felt like I'm able to open myself up a little bit more, because I thought that I'm going to publish that video first and then later tell them. But I didn't. I took the opportunity to sit down with them and I showed them the video, and I could talk to them, very sensitive issue about me when I was a child, because they didn't know about my childhood. So it was really shocking for them, and I felt like I I have taken the bigger steps in my life to be able to talk to people about sensitive things. Cranberries, yes, is the slowest berry to pick. And I don't usually pick them. You have them. You have cranberries. Oh my God. We don't have them here. So you're very lucky. Lucky you. Okay, now let's come to the main topic. How to heal when you are alone or you are abroad. To me, I want to think about, just not because of my own case. I think there are a lot of people that need healing. Not necessarily you have a trauma. It can be a healing from something that you are not able to go forward with. You have a break up. Maybe you have something happen to you and you are unable to move on. So I think we can do this together. Here, you are safe with me. I will not tell anyone unless you are sure to share them in the chat feed here. But I think I want to create a community where we can help each other out and, sharing ideas, inspire each other. All right, first step. I think accepting myself in the situation like abroad alone. I choose this life myself. I choose to come to Sweden and I choose to stay. It's my choice. So I have nobody to blame but myself, and I have to accept that. In the previous few years, I think when I first came to Sweden, I blame my ex-husband a lot because I wasn't sure that was the life that I wanted to live. And of course, from where I came from is so different from here. I'm not saying that Singapore is better. I'm saying that there are good things on both countries. Singapore has its good things. There are lots of things we can learn from there, or Sweden can learn. And then there's always also a lot of things Sweden has, and Singapore can learn from Sweden. So I'm very fortunate, and I'm so grateful that I'm in this country with two background, two worlds in me, that I could share this experience with you. So I accept myself. I told myself I have to face this myself and not blaming anyone, and better stop blaming anyone anymore. And I also felt like routine. If you want to go through healing, you have to have a set of routine. You cannot not have a system. You must have a system. I'm not saying that it has to be tuk, like that. Step one, step two. No, it's not that. What I meant is that you have this system that you decide for yourself how you want this to be and how it works for you. For me, my routine is that I need to have this system, I need to have this structure, because I know For sure, I need to improve my health. There is nothing I cannot walk around with. I must go with it, whether I like it or not. I don't like to exercise, but I have to do it because, that is really important. I don't want to be a burden to my partner or my daughters or anyone who's will be taking care of me later on. So we have to be responsible with ourselves. And also, uh, I think now that it is winter, the sunlight is, we don't have so much sun now. After 2 o'clock, it's dark, pitch dark. So I always look at the weather report. Okay, tomorrow there comes the sun. And then I plan my life according to the SMOE or the weather report, we call it. And I think our connection with the nature, especially the sun, for people who live in a winter country, is very, very important. You don't need to be in the sun like a whole hour. 15 minutes is just enough. When you go for lunch, right, lunch break, instead of sitting inside and eat, you see the sun, go out to the sun, take a chair out, bring a blanket, and just sit on a warm chair and just enjoy the sun for 15 minutes. Let me tell you, my friend, this will make a lot of difference. And also, if you always complain, oh, I don't have time to exercise, right? Come on, you have 1 hour lunch break, right? You eat 20 minutes, and then the rest of the time you go for a short walk. That's also exercise. You don't have to do like workout, but just going out for a short walk around your, office area is enough. And also, I think the routine that I have that I notice has a lot of impact for me to sleep better is the night reflection. That means every night I would think about three things. Three things that I'm most grateful about. Recently, I felt like I'm so grateful, for that experience that I have here in Sweden and in Singapore. And, sometimes you get inspired by some movies. I saw a movie lately. It's called The Blind. That movie opened my eyes about Christianity. I'm not religious, but I'm starting to think about that in that direction because I felt like, I feel I need the direction. I need a light. I need somebody to guide me. And thirdly, small things. It need not have to be like a person or somebody who do some good things to you or you do good things to them. No. Some things that you appreciate. Wow, my flower didn't die. For example, right? I don't have a green finger. Sometimes when I look at the leaf, even though it was very sad, I was thinking, as long as you don't die on me, I'm happy. So something like that, small things that makes your life different. And step 3 is building a tiny circle of trust. I know this is really tough for me because I have issues trusting people because of my experience during childhood. But it is very important that you are able to like trust people. Daytime walk, short walk is good when it is bright. Exactly, right? I don't know. Tommy, what is the daylight there? I mean, how many hours of daylight do you have in the area that you stay? Because here it's like this week, not so much daylight, no sun, but it's still not dark. So I always do a lot of video, a lot of filming, walking in the outdoor when there's daylight, because at night like that, whatever things that you film, even you have the best camera, it is still not good. So I think that is something that I feel like it is really, really important, to feel the daylight. And we will always think, oh, maybe we should travel, oh, maybe, another country is better to live. So you can live in the best country, but if your heart is hurt and you feel like it's not healing, no matter how your environment, no matter how good your life is, you still have to work with that, the healing part. Sidetrack. Okay, what I meant is, again, step 4 is using nature as a therapy. Because for me, I like the tree because the tree doesn't say, "Hey, Estee, your Swedish sucks," or maybe it said the snow. Oh, I don't care if your grammar is good or not. I don't care. So I think nature is very, very important. All right, if you can, even though it's just 15-10 minutes, just go out and hug a tree, give a short hug, and then kiss it, and then you feel good. I can guarantee you that. Don't laugh at me when you saw me saying this. Don't, try it first, all right, before you judge. And also, I think step 5, reduce emotional noise. And what does it mean? It means less scrolling, few hours. Okay, yeah, I think we are about the same zone, yeah. Finland and Skellefteå. Doom scrolling, for example, and then also Facebook, social media. You look at your friend, perfect life, and then you look at your own life. What the heck, right? So, no, don't compare. I have friends who, when I first came to Sweden, especially when I arrived here in Skellefteå, because I arrived in Skellefteå first before I moved to Umeå, which is a bigger city. And then I always look at my friend's Facebook, and she was like, "Oh, I bought this TV, oh." And then I have this really nice handbag. She bought like 2-3 handbags a month, 2-3 shoes a month. And when I was younger, I quite envy them, because I used to have that kind of life. And when I moved to Skellefteå, we don't have branded clothes here. It's all very basic, which is what I felt like, now. We are so blessed with this basic thing. I don't have to buy expensive stuff to feel like I could fit in. I don't need to do that anymore. I don't even wear makeup. I don't even wear branded clothes. I buy secondhand clothes. Not because am cheap, but because I felt like, why? Is there a reason why I should do that? The company don't even pay me if I wear a Gucci or Chanel, right? By right, they should pay us, right? Steps number 6 is building the identity that belongs to you. And what does it mean? It means that, for me, my case is that I don't need to be a Singaporean anymore. I don't need to be a Swede. I'm in between, and I'm perfectly okay with that. But in fact, I felt like with both land, with both country, the experience makes me so unique, because you cannot find any other people on YouTube that has exactly the same experience like me. There are no another aunty Estee in Sweden in YouTube. I'm the only one. That makes me unique. So I'm beginning to accept that, and I'm beginning to get really excited about that. And that makes me really, really happy. I'm special. And I can tell myself that by looking at myself in the mirror, and I say, I'm special, I'm good. No one is like me. Okay, now let's do this. One tip: book reading is good. Exactly, Tommy. Envy is like drinking poison, expecting the other to die. You are right. It's true. Do you drink, Tommy? You know, another goal for me is for 2026 is I'm going to totally cut off alcohol. I don't want to drink any droplet of it anymore. And LG, I think he was a little bit disappointed with me because he said that, you don't want to drink? Are you sure? I said, yes. I decide myself. You don't tell me, you don't give me that look. I decide for myself. This is my life, my health. I invest in that. This is a big investment, all right, for people who stay in the north. You know, stop drinking is something that a lot of people, they need to do that because alcohol is very damaging. Not for our health, for our mental health. You know, you screw up your life. You know, a lot of people life, they're just, whew, I don't want to even go there. All right, I want to know if you have any questions for me on my previous video or on the general things about healing, uh, anything, just let me know. All right, about what kind of the content. All right, I have a poll here for you. What content do you want me to produce, or rather you are most interested in? Is it cooking? Is it healing? Or is it the life in Sweden? I'd like to know. Let me know if you are watching this on, after this live streaming. I'm still interested to know because this will help me to identify the needs. I was thinking of doing like a series of a small series, like a Netflix series of healing because or loneliness, or I notice nowadays in the YouTube or on the Googles, a lot of people are searching for answer like how to conquer loneliness. I am lonely. You are lonely. And that's why you are here, right? So we have each other back. So let's do this together, all right? And we can inspire each other. Doesn't mean that you're young, you're inexperienced. Sometimes you're young, you have another perspective. Auntie Estee don't have, you know. Auntie Estee doesn't know everything. Auntie Estee only can tell you what I've been through and share with you and tell you, stop, don't do that, you know, because this is not healthy for you. So if you have anything good for me, let me know, all right? Maybe that is something that is valuable for other people too, not just me. Okay, the short story I'm going to tell you guys. Let me just see. Okay. Tommy, you have a really good point. I think you are very mature. May I know how old are you, if I could ask you? Okay. Let me tell you my perspective about Christmas, or rather my experience about Christmas in Sweden compared to Singapore. In the beginning, when I first moved to Sweden, I don't like Christmas because I felt really different. I felt really lonely, even though during that time I was married to a guy with a big family, and I'm used to that kind of noise and that kind of family environment. But I still felt very lonely during that time. I don't like the food. I don't like Swedish Christmas food because I compared that to the food that we have in Singapore. I'm not saying that the Singapore Christmas food is good. Actually, it's not good because in Singapore we don't make Christmas food. We buy from a caterer, and then the caterer come with a big trolley with all the foods that they cook in the factory, and then we eat those food. What I love when I love the Swedish, what I really like about Swedish Christmas is that I notice people are very kind when during the Christmas day. Not that they are very kind only during the Christmas time, but extraordinary kind. If you notice the television, and at first I didn't get it, I was just thinking, hey, how come on television they always advertise like donation for the UNICEF, for the cancer fund, for the research, and I don't understand why. Because during Christmas, people have problem with money, right? They have to buy presents. So why do they keep advertising? And then I realized when I was living with my ex-husband, grandmothers and their parents, and every Christmas they would put aside quite a decent amount of money. Instead of buying presents, they tell their kids, don't give me present, all right? Just send 500 krona to this UNICEF, or just 500 krona to the Red Cross, or whatever research. And at first I was thinking, they are very generous, huh? But then I start to realize, wow, people are really kind. And I see the way people give gifts is that, they give it generously, but then they give it with meaning. They don't really buy this expensive gift, but they buy gift that they notice from this person. Oh, I noticed her for a long time that, maybe she might need that, or maybe he might need this. So it's a lot of calculated thoughts that counts, and being present for the person, not just to be present, buying her or him the present, but being present to think about her, what she really need for the Christmas. And it need not has to be a very expensive gift. In Singapore, I think people are quite spoiled there. I remember I went to this Christmas party, my girlfriend and her family, and that was the first time I was invited to like a friend's family Christmas party. I'm not saying that I'm not going to give names, but I'm just going to tell you I don't see just one example because I know that even it happens with my own family. Singaporean way of Christmas celebration is like, oh, I have to give you the expensive gift, a Gucci or a Chanel. And women, girls, they don't expect that, but they would love to have that. So I think their mentality is like, oh, if you buy a cheap thing for me, that means you don't love me. Yeah. I don't know. When I was young before, and I admit that I did have that mentality too. When I was like 16, 17, like, why? And here in Sweden, you can write a list of things that you want. And when I look at my daughter's list, a pair of socks, or a pair of gloves because hers was broken, or maybe, a console for the shoe, very, very simple things. And compared to the wish list that we have in Singapore and in Sweden, I'm not saying that Swedish people are not materialistic. there are people who are spoiled brat too, all over the world, not just in Sweden, it's all over the world. But I see much lesser here compared, I mean, the expectation is much lesser compared to where I came from, which I really like. And also, from the beginning, I don't understand, why is it that Swedish people always eat the old recipe and the same food all the time, and they don't cook. They go and buy from the supermarket, like the cheddar, the mincemeat, and the potato gratin. They buy all this and then they put together. And to me, I was thinking, oh my goodness, they didn't put in effort and time to cook. Because in Singapore, when we cook for Chinese New Year, we like prepare like a 3-day cooking ceremony or session, just to prepare for that meal. Here, now I understand. They buy it and they prepare it the shortest period of time. It is because they want to spend the quality time with their families and their loved ones. Do things together, play games, and also, to get to know new members if there are any. So for me, I felt like, Christmas day is no doubt just one day on the 24th, but I think they know and they understand how precious time is and how precious relationship is. So that is my experience, and I felt like I'm beginning to appreciate Christmas more and more every year. Cooking may be interesting. Life in Sweden as well. Okay. Maybe interested, huh? Okay. Life in Sweden as well. All right. I got you, Tommy. I got you. And before, I want to give you guys a ritual. Maybe we can do this together. Let me increase the smoke a bit. I want you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes for 10 seconds and go through what happened, whether or not it is yesterday or that is today. And I want you to look at yourself, if you can, while you are closing your eyes, and tell yourself, I'm proud of myself. I am special and I'm proud of myself. I think this is something that I am trying to work on even now, every day when I go to bed, or just before I go to bed, I was in the bathroom, getting myself ready. I always take a deep breath and I close myself and I already clean my face. And when I open my eyes, I tell myself, you are special, you are beautiful, you are unique, and I am so proud of you. If you can do this like every night in front of the mirror, like a ritual kind of things, you will find a lot of joy, like a lot of worries all just disappear. I know it's very difficult to understand this, but just try, see if you can do this like for 3 nights. And then you tell me, all right? I want you to tell me very honestly whether or not this has helped you. Just close your eyes and just see yourself inside your mind. How relaxed, how peace, how joyful, how contented you feel. And open your eyes and you say, you are special and I'm so proud of you. All right? You think you can do that for me, just for yourself, for your own sake? I have tried to learn some cooking. I have mostly eat ready. Oh no, Tommy, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, Tommy, you have to understand. I do not know if you have Netflix, you go and watch Netflix, all right? There's one documentary is about, I can't remember. Let me see if I can remember it's about what you eat, you know, that matters. You are what you eat, something like that. 99% of us, all right, micro, made of micro and micro cell. And when the things that we put in our mouth, I'm not trying to be a nutritious or some expert here, I'm not. But it just makes sense. You are responsible for your own health. Whatever things that is on the shelf, on the supermarket, all these things that are being packed already, they are not, it is said that it is, right? I prefer to buy fresh vegetables. I don't buy frozen vegetables. And it is really because these are microfiber. This is what our body needs. All those things that, as long as they are packed, they are being treated already, especially ready food. You don't know what they have inside there. And when you read at the nutritious value, they are not that. You do that because you don't have time to cook, right? And maybe I will share with you what my daughter and her boyfriend is doing. They always food prep, like they only cook like twice a week, and they always make like, you know, real minced meat sauce, fish sauce with some noodles or some spaghetti. You know, I know it's not super healthy, but at least it is better than those ready food. Ready food is convenient, but there's not so much nutritious in there. So if you can, and if you can, you don't try to be cooking so food that are too advanced. All right. So I hope I can give you guys, I can give you, since you are interested in this kind of food, more healthy cooking, right? So I'm going to try my best, all right, to give you guys some really, really simple, cheap recipes that are not only cheap, but it's healthy and it's easy to prepare. Is that a deal? We do the pinky toe. You have to learn how to cook. It's not that difficult, all right? Sometimes you have to look like that. Okay, don't look at those pictures. Don't look at those cooking shows and all those, because you know, you get so tempted, and then when you fail it, you know, you feel disappointed and you lose interest in cooking. I think you should let the food speaks for itself. Look at the food. Sometimes you don't have to make it too complicated. Just cook it as it is, boil it, eat it, you know, simple. If you prefer certain kind of seasoning, you know, just buy some delicious, your favorite seasoning sauce and add that on. Because, you know, seriously, you don't really have to make it so complicated. Yeah? Yes? Okay. All right. I think I have done my job today. It's 8:18 now. I've been here for over an hour. Um, Really, I like to thank Tommy, you, and the rest of you guys who join me in this live streaming. It really means a lot to me, and I hope you have some tips today from this live streaming. If you do, I would love for you to share my channel to people maybe who might need to listen to this, or might think that my channel might be interesting for them too. And please give a hype, and also let me know, right, in the comment with a high five. That also means a lot with some encouragement. I am doing this live streaming once a month, every last Sunday of the month. I would also like to know what time is suitable. Maybe this is too early or too late. All right, give a bit of tips for me so that I can prepare next time. Maybe we might have to change the time. Yes, thanks for being here, Tommy, and thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you in my next live stream. And let me see if I have missed anything. All right. All right. Okay. That's it for today. I'm so proud that you guys stayed right until the end. And I'll see you in my next. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Bye bye.